You could call them the foot soldiers of the Republican Revolution, the 73 GOP freshmen, the new kids on Capitol Hill. They are the ones toiling in the trenches to make good on the contract with America. Bob Franken found the rush to deliver has taken a toll on the newcomers.
But overall, everything's positive. I mean, what we're getting in the way of response from the district is that people support what we're doing.
Yes,
it's
very
not
much
good.
so.
That's
Very
good.
much so.
For Sue Myrick of North Carolina, answering to the people who sent her to Washington is overwhelming.
Because we've had mail starting from November 9th after Sue won. We've had about 1,800 responses sent out so far.
It is day 63 of the contract with America, and Myrick and staff are working on ways to not lose touch with her district.
Service which does the computers, and we're going to have an internet email box set up by end of business tomorrow.
The biggest danger to people here is losing your perspective. You got to keep your feet on the ground and remember where you came from.
The opening and closing anytime after 2 o'clock.
With all the demands of the first 100 days, one of Myrick's biggest regrets
Just tell her I'm jammed and I won't have time for a meeting.
is that she can't be in 2 places at once.
The biggest adjustment is you usually have 3 meetings at one time. It's hard to be everywhere you need to be.
Especially hard when you sit on 3 committees: budget, science, and small business. And you're one of the designated freshman liaisons to the GOP leadership.
You look that way. Ignore the microphone and pay attention to the camera. All right. It's the first rule of Washington.
Sue Myrick, it seems, is always a body in motion.
Charlotte, North Carolina, and I think the important thing is there has not been a day so far that I've started later than 7:30 in the morning. And I mean to be working 7:30 in the morning.
Looking forward to going home this weekend. Well, tomorrow.
There's no glamour to it. It's not glamorous at all. But most of us aren't here for any of that.
Good to see you.
We came here with a mission.
Like many of her classmates, Myrick's passion springs from her days in local government. She was mayor of Charlotte, North Carolina from 1987 to 1991.
And freedom to get off
And the experience left her very anti-Washington.
We had programs in our city which were innovative, and they allowed people to take pride in themselves once again. Self-sufficiency is the key, not dependency.
Myrick's distrust of Washington is stoked by her first impressions in office.
I'd just like to leave you with 3 points, if I may. Up till 6 months ago.
With her time so precious, she is forever frustrated by the disruption of business.
For example, or aid to Egypt and Israel.
I'm going to have to run because from here it takes me the time I have left to get over there.
You can do this. You can have no lunches, no...
And by the seemingly endless grind of House floor debates.
My attitude is, get in there, make the statements that need to be made about the pros and cons of whatever bill it is, and vote. Move on.
The strain of the 100 days shows when Myrick goes home.
How are things in Washington?
Hectic. Really intense. It's quite intense, as a matter of fact.
It is day 77, and she is back in Charlotte to report to the people who put her in office on the progress of the contract.
Some of these people I never see, my own staff.
Stand by 2, stand by to start your move.
On the air, Myrick insists that the so-called revolution is moving ahead, and she returns to the themes that got her elected.
What we're doing is looking at every program, and there are like 240 of them all total, and saying, is this really necessary? I mean, does the federal government need to be doing this? Is there a better way to do it? Can the states and local government do it better?
The former mayor's message plays well with the faithful.
We're so proud of you and the work you folks are doing up there for us.
Politicians like Myrick live for this kind of feedback.
Well, it's good to be with you. It's just to be around normal people.
Feedback needed to maintain the intense pace of the contract with America.
We're just here to get the job done. We don't want to stay.
Stay in touch, as I said.
We don't have plans to be here for long terms. We're just doing our job and going home and be normal again.